Hello, my curious weasels. Welcome to Let's Ask the Weasel, starring me, Weasel Bandit. This is the show where you guys get to ask me all the important questions about life, and I will, in turn, answer them as good as I can, and hopefully we'll all learn a thing or two. And of course, since this is the first episode, I obviously haven't received any questions from my Weasel army yet. But instead, I have simply found a few of them online. Let's start off with an easy one, shall we? Does it rain in Australia? Me and my friend are having an argument. She says that it rains in Australia, but it can't, can it? Because obviously the rain falls to the top of the world, but at the bottom of the world it wouldn't fall to Earth, it would fall into space. And to that question I can only say, yes, it does rain in Australia. However, it is a very intelligent question that has been asked here, because as most of us know, the way rain falls in Australia is not the same way that rain falls in the rest of the world, as Australia is in fact at the bottom half of the Earth. Now you may say, but how could it possibly rain on the bottom half of the Earth? Everyone knows that rain falls downwards. Exactly. Rain, as you may know, is formed in the clouds and is then forced into a downward trajectory caused by gravity. And gravity, as we all know, pulls everything down. But that does not mean that rain will never reach the bottom part of the Earth, because we also have to factor in the Earth's gravitational spin. At the equator, the Earth constantly spins with 1037 miles per hour. Now that's way over the speed limit. If you've ever stood at the side of the road as a large truck passed by, you know that if something that big is moving fast, it creates a lot of wind. And those trucks are only going like 70 miles per hour. So naturally, since the Earth is the biggest thing we've got, and it moves with such speed, it is going to create a gigantic amount of wind. That wind will, of course, carry the rain with it. And since the wind is also affected by gravity, it will move downward, and naturally the wind will stay close to the Earth and not fall down into space because of the suction that it produces. We can see that in tornadoes. We've all seen tornadoes suck people, cars and even houses up into the air, and that same wind force also keeps the tornadoes close to Earth, much like a vacuum cleaner sticks to the floor when you turn it on. So with the rain being carried by the wind and the wind moving downward on the Earth, the rain will eventually reach Australia, and of course this goes for South America and Antarctica too. Then later, another gust of wind might take hold of the rain that has fallen in Australia and fling it upwards toward the top part of the Earth, which, coincidentally, is where the rain that falls there comes from, and thus the circle of the rain is now complete. I think we have time for another one. Let's see. Just ate 52 pizza rolls. Will I die in my sleep? Oh. I'm afraid that we're too late for that one. Sorry, buddy. I hope you rest in peace. But of course that means that we have time for a third one instead. There's this one. How turn computer monitor into mirror? Hi, does anyone know if it's possible to use a background that would essentially turn my computer monitor into a mirror? Scanning a mirror doesn't work. This one is actually very straightforward, and I'm sorry to say it, but you've made the same rookie mistake that we've all done at least once when trying to turn our monitor into a mirror, and that mistake is when you scanned the mirror. Let me show you guys what I mean. See, first you scan the mirror, and save the picture of course, but when you've done that you reach the part where I assume that our friend who asked the question got stuck. As you can see, no mirror effects whatsoever, but that's because we have forgotten one very important part. We all know that pictures don't move. That means that if you save it as a JPEG, a PNG or BMP file, it will not work as intended. What you want to do is save it as a GIF file. GIF means graphics interchange format and is a type of picture file that supports movement. So let's just go on ahead here and save it as a GIF. And now, as you can see, we've achieved the wanted result. Thank you for watching Let's Ask the Weasel. I hope you all learned something. If you did learn something, please share this video with all your friends so that they might learn something too. Or as an alternative, you can hit the like button under this video and don't forget to click subscribe so that you can be the first among your friends each week to impress all around you with your ever-increasing knowledge. And of course, the comment section is open for all the questions that keep you up at night. Just Put it in a comment and I will try to work it into next week's video. We will see each other again next Sunday, and in the meantime, remember, if you don't know the answer, ask the Weasel.